Thank you.
You're welcome, Felix. For that, the hunting daggers, the woot steel, and the kingdom use, and the renowned 200. Personally, I'll take the steel. And hopefully your heart too. Maybe. Hopefully. I don't know. Either way though, hey everyone, welcome back to Fire Emblem Three Houses Black Eagle Edition. In the last episode, we did our final paralogue for this month, and it was one of a mixed bag, let's put it that way. We got to learn a little bit, and I mean a little bit more about Lorenz, but we got a hero's relic out of it, and even that was... But in this episode, we have some things to do. And them being, a lot of our party members need to grow up in the world and do more things. So what I'm going to be doing is, first of all, I'm going to have possibly, and I mean possibly, let's have a look. What can Dorothea become? She could be an advanced class and she can be a warlock, but having the same percentage. I feel like just to make Dorothea a kind of an all-rounder, just in case, I'm gonna have her try and become a priest. Don't have high hopes, but hey, it is nice to have someone who focuses on white magic instead of black, so let's go for it now. And it looks like my instincts were right. At a 65% basis, we get it. Thank God for that.
Thanks to you, Professor.
I'll transfer you to that because we are going to have some people be leaving the white class and going into the black class. And one of those people is being Mercy. She's going on the offensive. Let's have her take Dorothea's spot just because. And whilst we're going through this, off screen, we also did a couple of magical grinding semi-missions, and Annette and Mercy really began to shine. And I'm really glad that, like during our Blue Lion foray, Annette is becoming a dodgy offensive mad woman. I couldn't be happier. Marianne, I'm not gonna change her class in any way whatsoever because she is a healer. She is no way, shape, or form going on the offensive, at least in close combat. So that is where she's going to stay. Leonie still can't move anything, but she is getting. Oh, I mean, look at that! She's getting so close. That's annoying. That's annoyingly close. But yep, I feel like after a while, once she's done, I'll have her be a paladin, and then she can be one of the few who goes up to the advanced class. Flane, Hanneman, Manuela, they are pretty much staying the same. Get used to that. Unfortunately, I don't feel like I'm going to have any use for, well, active use for either Flane or Hanneman. But I will be trying to show them off in due time.
I think a few other people mastered Cavalier as well.
Yeah. One of those being Ferdinand, but of course we're not going to be using him. Because, ha 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 ha. Now, for the new characters which we have, I'm going to put Lorenz, and I'm going to take the Kingdom Lance off of him. Be giving him... Oh. I see. Oh no, wait, I am an idiot. I am an idiot. Because I think I unlocked them. I can't actually acquire them yet. Am I right? Am I wrong? Or do I have them with me on my own? One sec. You can't equip these because your fortitude is terrible, my friend. That's kind of sad how you can't control your own troops. But oh well. Anyway, repair job. I am going to be repairing most of the stuff we have because can't really upgrade anything else. And I've also come to realize, based on last episode, that we are not suited for a magic class at all. We got the offensive power for it, but the movement, I dislike the movement heavily. So that is going to be something I am going to have to quickly change, but something I have no regrets in doing. And I have to be careful because now I'm running out of smithing materials. Petra, you're okay for the time being. Ain't much use of much of anything with these guys. With what we have coming up, I would definitely, much like any other map, movement is good, but not actively needed. Lorenz, I'm not going to be using you, so I'm going to have to put you in the back burner. Ignos, no, you know what? No, you're sitting in the back burner. Leonie's definitely coming with, so I am going to have to be using her bow sparingly, and everyone else is good. Okay, so now, beforehand, like anything, let us just sell all of the pure gold we have in the convoy. I said sell, not buy. Extra bullion, because I like the money. I like Waluigi, I like the money. I'll get put in Smash for a lot of money. Can't think of anything else to do. So with that said, let's get with few supports because we haven't done it in a while. So let's do it.
Ah, there it is. Just as I thought. But what is she hiding?
Oh, Linhardt. My apologies. I didn't mean to bother you.
Ah, Marianne. You're no bother at all. In fact, you've arrived at precisely the right time.
Huh? The right time for what?
You have a crest, don't you?
I don't... What are you saying?
If you hide it, that just makes it more interesting. You do have one.
Please don't tell anyone. You can't tell anyone I have a crest. If people find out, then...
What?
Please, my adoptive father told me to keep it a secret. And I personally don't want it known.
Who said I intended to tell anyone? Your secret is safe with me. I find it fascinating that you carry the crest of the erased hero.
Please stop, don't say another word. No one should know about or even speak of my crest. Nothing good comes of it. It's even the reason my parents disappeared. This crest only brings bad luck to anyone who comes near me. Even you, Linhardt, you have to stay away.
Bad luck generated by the crest? Now that would be a discovery well worth making. What manner of bad luck do you suppose might beset me?
No, you shouldn't be so cavalier about something you couldn't possibly understand. I have to go.
It's true, I don't understand. But I very much want to.
That's gotta be probably the best sport conversation we've had with Linhardt, albeit despite the one with Linhardt, as it were. Or Ferdinand. Anyway, let's keep the new ones coming.
You're in high spirits today, Dorothea.
Yes, I have met someone quite charming recently. I'm hoping we can spend more time together soon.
Well, I wish you the best of luck. I wish I had some advice to offer. Alas, I do not.
Don't worry too much about it, Adie. I'd guess romance isn't really something you're interested in anyway.
I'm not completely disinterested.
Oh yeah? Is there someone you have your eye on?
To be honest, there's nothing resembling romance in my life at present. It's not that I'm disinterested. I'm simply too busy with other endeavors. I have no time to spare for such things.
That's not surprising. You're not just any old noble, after all. Anyone who has feelings for you, well, they're in for a pretty complicated life.
True. And I can't ignore the possibility that I may have to marry for political purposes. I doubt I'll ever have the opportunity for a passionate romance as long as I live.
That's no way to talk. You meet the right person and boom, you have passion to spare. Could be someone you've just met or someone you've known your whole life. There's no telling how life will go. Something could even spark between the two of us.
You and I? Now that is an entertaining thought. If such an exciting future is in store, I look forward to it.
Oh yeah? That's awfully sweet of you, Adie.
Don't get too excited, boys. That's all I'll say on that matter. And interestingly enough, we have one with a student and teacher who's not us.
That song.
Oh, hello, Edelgard.
Professor Manuela, that song you were humming. I feel as though I've heard it before, long ago. And I'm sure it was you singing it back then. At the Opera House in the Imperial Capital, perhaps.
Why, yes. You must have seen me there. I am flattered you would remember it. I performed with the Mittelfranc Opera Company in Enbar on numerous occasions.
So it was you. I went to that performance with my uncle. I wanted desperately to see it again. But after that night, he took me to seek asylum in the kingdom. When I returned to the Empire several years later, you had already retired.
Oh, that's a shame. So you only got to hear me sing once?
Sadly, that's correct.
Yet you still remember it, even the melody of the song I sang. I'm honored.
That's how much of an impression your voice left on me. I must ask, why did you retire so soon? You could have continued for another 10 or 20 years.
Indeed, many singers perform for decades. But that wasn't for me. I wanted to go out on top. My voice is a gift from the goddess. However, as all things do, it will decline with age. One day, I will lose that gift. And so I decided I needed to learn to survive without it, long before that day came. I needed to prove to myself that I can live on, even after my voice returns to the goddess.
So despite your belief in the goddess, you wish to live by your own strength?
It's hard for me to explain. The goddess supports me both spiritually and emotionally. Everything else is up to me.
I want to see more of that conversation. Because that is an interesting dynamic, because that is pretty much in line with what Edelgard's against, but yet it is pretty goddamn accurate. I want to see more, because that's awesome.
Yeah.
Anyway, though, the pretty boys have a date with each other. Let's see how this goes.
Ah, that fragrance! Could it be? Ferdinand, I cannot help but notice the exquisite tea you're drinking.
Not many can appreciate it, let alone recognize it. I'm impressed.
Perhaps you would be so good as to indulge me with a cup?
By all means, allow me to pour.
Ah, what a delightful aroma. When I close my eyes, I feel as though I've wandered into a rose garden.
Such a precise, poetic description. But please, drink up. No need to stand on ceremony.
How gracious of you. Very well. Flavor, fragrance, and hue, all in fine harmony. This is a most superior brew. And in a market saturated by pale imitation, no less. You did well to acquire such fine fare.
You are clearly quite passionate about tea. And more than just passionate. You know what it takes to brew a fine cup. To say nothing of your flawless etiquette and sterling attentiveness.
Certainly, proper etiquette at tea time is one of the surest hallmarks of quality breeding. And the extent of one's attentiveness is quite often indicative of the depth of one's character. The ability of a person of fine stock to exhibit a rich quality of character is precisely what determines whether one is worthy to be called noble. And all of that can be seen in how one handles such a simple thing as a cup of tea.
Ah, marvelously put, Lawrence. I can tell you have given much thought to this subject. And if I may, I have always considered you to be the very model of noble comportment.
Oh, likewise, this has certainly been an extraordinarily meaningful cup of tea.
I wholeheartedly concur. Before we part ways, I would like to offer you some of these leaves.
Truly? Well, I'm flattered, but I cannot simply accept them without offering something in exchange. You simply must allow me to host you in turn, by way of recompense. We shall drink from House Gloucester's finest teacups and enjoy the loveliest of its cakes.
That sounds exquisite. I look forward to it.
Oh my god, will you just kiss already, you cup butt buddies? What in the hell did I just witness?
A pretty boy tea party.
Oh my god, you make the most delicious tea. No, you are the most noble. No, you are. Indeed, aren't we just the most...
Feeding each other's egos.
You know what? I feel like I've landed my name for that duo, the Cup Butt Buddies. Well, let's just keep on feeding our ego. Yes, indeed. We are... In some ways, I want to see more of that, because that seems to be awesome.
Yeah.
Anyway, though, we'll go over the ones in which we have already seen before, so just bear with us for a brief moment. Merce. The Merce, of course. Ignatz Marianne, seeing that one.
Is that...
Is that it? Yes, it is. Have fun. Manuela with Dorothea. I believe you've seen that one already. And the rest I don't feel like we've seen before, so I feel like we'll keep that to a minimum for now. Yeah, we'll have a look at the ones later. I apologize for that, I just like seeing them. But now, on to morbid, or more important matters. The mission at hand. Because, my god, this is where things are going to be a bit of a step up. Let's do it. The Remire Calamity. A pattern of strange occurrences in Remire Village has suddenly erupted into something far more serious. Keeps it vague, it keeps it mysterious. Be ready for anything and anyone.
We've got to go now. The situation in Remire Village has changed drastically. We don't know much more than that. We're hearing reports that the villagers are killing each other. Some say houses are burning. Regardless, we need to move. Kill! Kill!
Help! Somebody please help!
What's going on here?
This is horrific. It's even more revolting. More terrible than I expected. That's not... Anyway, we can't focus on that right now. We must save this village.
True. But if we are not careful about how we proceed, we will only increase the death toll.
The villagers are attacking each other. Let's knock them all out one by one.
Always so reckless. You do know that if we mess up, we will either kill or be killed, right?
Still, we cannot just stand here twiddling our thumbs and doing nothing.
I'd really like to go home now. But there's
There's no time for thoughts like that. We have to help them. I am waiting for your orders with full readiness.
Wait. Those people over there, they seem to be observing the chaos. They must be behind this. Eliminate them and rescue all of the unafflicted villagers.
I could never seem to make Edelgard happy.
I think you've got to metagame this in some ways. If you know what's going on, then you can kind of experience what the plot is. But oh well. Anyway though, things are on fire, and let me tell you for a fact, they ain't just for show. I'll say this now, have someone who is good at healing and has a good range in doing so. Plus, having someone with a Pegasus Knight or someone who can increase speed or movement would be a hand too. And also, not gonna say anything else, but just be ready to have a strong offensive hand if need be, and also a key. Anyway though, there is a multitude of things to go over in this map. Of course, we got Gerald, our dad, and a couple of guys over here. These are gonna be what I would honestly say is fodder. You don't have to keep these guys alive in order to get any benefit apart from cover. You have villagers that are off to the side. They have no weapons, in case you can see. And the fire is not just for show. In some cases, the enemy or the NPCs will stand in a fire and take hits among themselves. And you've got a multitude of risks to go through. And we'll get to this in a little bit. So for now, let's talk units. Of course, us and Edelgard, we gotta go. And this is the reason why I spoke of us having bad movement, is one of the reasons why I want to move away from this class. So I personally don't like it. But with that said, Ingrid, I'm going to want you in the field. The Wrens, Ignots, I'm going to put you to the background because I don't feel like I'm going to get much use out of you. But I want Ingrid for simply that aspect of movement. Mercy, I'm going to want you for healing above all else, and push come to shove, have Marianne be splitting as well. So now let's talk about offensive strikes. This is going to be difficult, but I'm going to take Petra, my pride and joy with offensives, as much as I want to, and that's going to go out the window. Oh, I'm Casper in. Because we are going to need someone who can travel in sticky situations and make sure things go out okay. My only sticking point is Bernie. Do I want to keep her in for her bow and distance, because that can save people in a jam if she can't get to close combat. And then of course with Hubert. He is definitely going to be an offensive aid, but with his lack of movement like ours, would that really be an issue? Because Dorothy is going to cover that, but do I want to focus on two people rather than one? And I'm going to be going against that. I'm going to be going for just one person. So I feel like with this is the crew I'm going with. Now let's talk adjacents. Marianne is going to want a defense, so Raphael, you're in. Petra, I want her to have an offensive stance of the wazoo, so I guess let's just go for support. And who can she bond with the most who's not actively in the party right now? Ignat, Sash. You know what? We haven't seen Shamir in a long time, so you know what? Yeah, Shamir, get in there, because I want offense on offense in case I have the opportunity to do so. And with Mercy. Yeah, you know what? Ignots. Because why not? Right? Like I said, be ready to, let's get moving, let's put it that way. And for the first time, keep an eye on Gerald.
There are some suspicious-looking ruffians out there, but our top priority is to rescue the villagers. Got it? I'll rein in the villagers who've turned violent. You focus on rescuing the others.
Stay focused.
Right, here we go. I kind of jumped the gun briefly there, but I'm going to be sticking here. Let's see if I can get a trade. All right.
That's my cue.
First off, I'm gonna have Dorothy use Gambit on everyone who I can. Unfortunately, I can't. Will I be? You know what? Yeah. I want to focus on this part of the map first and foremost.
Well done.
So everyone has increased speed. So that's all well and good. So now you can go up and help Gerald, but as he said, he's not the main. They're not the main aspect about it. However, I'm going to take Caspar. Sorry about that. I skipped over text and I apologize, but basically these guys are just carrying bog standard weapons and are not the most offensive. Let's put it that way. However, I am gonna take this. I'm gonna take Edelgard and smash up that guy. But now I will say this: look for each enemy that is closest to each target. So, like for example, this guy on that guy and everywhere else. Each NPC on the map is sort of like attached to one enemy on the map in terms of threat levels. So, for example, if I were to take out this guy, this NPC is going to be saved and he's going to be gone from the map. However, if I kill this guy, then he's not technically tied to that NPC, so he's still in danger. So, that's it. Let's take him out and let's wail. And yes, each NPC you kill does have a reward at the end of it. Now, this is one of the reasons why I wanted to bring Ingrid along, especially with her Gambit, or Dorothea's Gambit. You have a wide range of enemies and a wide range of targets to save. It's very worth your time to get stuff done. And also, another bump of having a Pegasus Knight here is because in the fire, you've got nothing to worry about regarding the flames. Even though technically that shouldn't be true, because the horse can still catch fire. I mean, look at this. but I digress. You're fine, and it doesn't matter how close you get to these enemies. They are locked to these NPCs.
Here we go.
And don't be worried about an enemy eventually catching up to an NPC, because they themselves aren't technically powerless.
I will win.
That's Petra tied to the flames. Thank you. Another NPC is saved. But now we got to get busy. This is one of the reasons why I wanted Bernie in the match, because even without her being here, okay, maybe not that, I don't want to use us because I want to travel. So yeah, that guy is gonna die and get him our Fatal Guards back. Yeah, I honestly feel like soon I want to be switching classes without doing that, because I feel like I made a mistake on that one. But hey ho. Yeah, Leone, you are good with a bow, so you can save that NPC in a flash. Thank you very much.
This is where Hilda was a firefighter.
Indeed. There are special memories for us in this map, like Al said. Hilda was, in this particular area of the map, she was the MVP, at least in our heart. She broke down barriers and she saved an NPC when they were about to die.
Who, me?
Every map, I feel like, in our playthrough has a shining moment. Even characters which we can't unfortunately get at this time, which is a shame, but you know what? That's war, baby. Marianne unfortunately could not use her crest to get a critical hit, but oh well. Bernie can't make the kill straight away, but can do good amount of damage. And despite what the cutscene may tell you before the map, there is no way in which you could technically take out an enemy and save them. You just got to do business as usual. You just make the kill and save. The NPCs are thankfully well defended, and they can move on their own accord. And of course, there are challenges like that in which they are on their own. And trust me, the church soldiers have a high critical hit rate, so do not be afraid about them dying or anything of that nature. And as Geralt saw, he can definitely take enemies out. So the only downside of this is that they are definitely they're capable of stealing a lot of EXP from you should you care about that. The NPCs themselves, they can run, and we probably are not going to get to a point to show it, but however, if any of the NPCs get low on health, hang on.
The one giving commands in the back. I'm certain that's Tomas the librarian.
Ow. But no. If on occasions where the NPCs are getting low on health, they actually have vulneraries. It isn't a big heal, but it's definitely something that can elongate their lives and opportunities. So use that as you will. And luckily, Petra is on the way to saving both that guy and that guy. And I would want to try. See, now I've got to check myself. I'm gonna use my convoy, and I'm gonna take the killer bow, but also give myself a key. Because I would want to try and get all of the things here. And you know what? Fatal Guard's on the way, so you know what? It's not ideal for me to use it, but I will use it here. So convoy and take that Father Chesky, which I am going to have to get a few more. Unfortunately, that's Edelgard's turn done, so not much I can do about that. And there we are. Bernie, you know what? Yeah, sure, let's make our way up top there. I'm gonna have Leona go this way, just so she doesn't have to go through the trees. Caspar can just run roughshod. I'm helping them, I swear! Mercy being Mercy, she can heal the NPCs if you want.
Sorry.
Obviously doesn't get any ability for it, but hey, I'm not gonna say no.
I needed that.
Yes, on this map, it's very worth your time to have both healing and maneuverability. However, I am going to want to be careful when I come through here.
Nice try.
I can save the NPC for sure, but stray too close
Tomas,
and...
what are you doing here? Dare I even ask?
I'm not Tomas. My name is Solon, the savior of all. What's the matter? So shocked you can't even speak? You were so easily fooled by my disguise. I was hiding away in Garrick Muck to get the blood of that little girl called Flame. With her blood, we'll be one step closer to realizing our goal.
I'll have a bit of fun here, too.
That's the Death Knight. He must be an ally of Tomas, or Solon, or whoever he is.
Dynamic at the fight is certainly changed.
Yeah.
And as you can see, most of the NPCs are making a beeline, as in like the NPCs are making a beeline for us, but the soldiers, they're making a beeline for that guy, and I'm just gonna tell you right now, it doesn't end well for them. So I'm just gonna have Guard move up, and I am gonna have Ingrid actually trade her advanced seal for that chest key. It's not something I would want to do ideally, but as you can see, we have now blocked his way to get to that at the NPCs. That guy is pretty much solid. And for Mercy, yeah, I want Mercy to go with this way. I'm not going to bother to heal up anyone else because those heals are going to be going to a much better place, I assure you. Caspar, he can make an end game or make a beeline for there, but I'm not going to hold off. I am going to hold off. I don't need to do anything here, but for the sake of longevity, do that, and then Petra. Actually, or can I have Leone? She's not going to get the range, is she? No, she's not good, but that's fine. She'll take a few hits, but she can handle a few. Remire gets a level up, and more importantly, that one NPC is safe.
Thank you.
So we got a few down, and only 2 more to go. Yeah, so we're all good. We're all good. We got those NPCs. Dorothea, I am gonna have you go with Caspar. Yeah, and just make your way over. Same thing for Bernie. You fool! I poked you with a stick and you died.
Thank you.
Sword coming!
This'll take some strategy.
No damage, but Caspar still gets rocked, as does Bernie. And yes, if you couldn't tell, the soldiers on that side can also attack and bring down villager health. So this gives this map an extra bit of challenge. And also, yeah, Death Knight, he don't move, he stays put. Also, ow. So, our first chest contains the Giant Shell. Defense 2+. So all in all, not bad, but not amazing, but good for defensive characters. I'm moving Edelgard up, and Mercy's quick to follow. Cause damn it, if I'm losing anything here. Now, I'm gonna try and move Dorothea into a position which can help us out. Can't guarantee I'm gonna get anything like that, but hey ho. Now let's just take out the one guy and save the last of the villagers.
Thank you.
Even there was a bowman after me.
We've rescued as many as we can. Now it's time to capture Solon.
That dialogue doesn't change regardless of how many you save or who dies, so it's a bit unfortunate, but hey ho. Now let's just keep on attacking, and Marianne can take an armored guy in a couple of blows.
I'm really sorry.
Even though you couldn't see me.
Is this power really mine?
Dorothea, can we have philosophic discussions elsewhere? Thank you. So now the bowman is going to try and attack Petra with little success.
Next.
Twice. Caspar is going to take you out with no time flat. And as much
Dad moves an inch.
yeah, Geralt will automatically try and take on Tomas or Solon. This is another time limit, so be wary on that. Our final chest is a Horse Slayer. Self-explanatory. Just having the cut there, just had a bit of an audio glitch there, my god. It should be okay now. Yeah, your dad is, as much as I hate to do it, I kind of want to keep Marianne, Caspar and Bernie, and weirdly enough, this guy alive. Because Geralt is going to be moving quickly and going to be moving a lot of paces. Your match ends when Solon gets taken out. But as you saw in losing description, Geralt can fall in this fight. And ironically, he himself, unless I'm wrong, and I'd love to be corrected on this, Geralt does have the NPC issue in which he can't kill a boss. So literally Geralt is walking into a fight which he literally can't win. So that is an implied challenge which the game objectively doesn't tell you about.
Let's think carefully.
And the Edelgard's movement's been slighted. That's not good.
You see that?
I couldn't keep him down for this one time. But this is where Edelgard is going to become invaluable here. She's in bushes, she's got good defense and good evasive skills right now. Crescent Sickle. One of the odd archetypes in the game in which have a high attack rate and good movement. These don't come very often, so I'd hoard them if you can.
You're weak. Well, how was that?
And now Gerald is on a beeline. He's on a beeline for Solon. Now the race begins. My goal: can I take out the Death Knight before Gerald goes and, well, let's face it, gets himself killed?
Thank you.
I like to think yes, I can. So Ingrid is gonna take on Riff Raff as well as Mercy.
No hard feelings.
I love that image. No hard feelings. You just died. I stand in fire and laugh at you. Ingrid is going to be on there and just take out another one.
But I had to.
And gains flying ability B.
It all makes sense now.
And gets another Crescent Sickle. You know what? I'm actually going to keep that on hand. So Horse Slayer. Yeah, actually, you know what? We haven't been using the kill. You know what? Yeah, Horse Slayer, you're gonna go off. Death Knight, as always, doesn't get aggroed unless you attack first. So keep that in mind when going forward. Edelgard, of course, got hit with a gambit, so her movement's been hindered. There's not much I can do. The next round, Gerald is going to engage in combat. There's little I can do. So, the only thing I can do is just have Petra and everyone else just move up and just try to gain as much ground as possible to help him out when the time comes. The Death Knight's an optional goal. Solon is the target, to put it simply. I don't feel like I'm going to be taking out the sky in this round, but oh well. I'm going to have Marianne on hand. Yeah, just to heal Gerald. Cast Bob, because push comes to shove, things go bad, I can just have him rush in, take care of things. And Bernie at the rear, just to take pot shots. I'm hoping you dodge, Ingrid. Thank God you did. This is one of the reasons why I have Mercy on our side.
You are but a savage, insignificant beast. Yet you think you can kill me?
Yep. I've got to kill the Death Knight this round. Otherwise, I'd be screwed. Dorothea, you can't do much, but give me some kind of, some kind of movement advantage. That meant nothing. Yeah, I feel like next chance I have, I'm done being a Dark Mage. It's just not enough appeal to it. Oh, and this sucks. I don't feel like I'm gonna have enough to take out the Death Knight.
What are you trying to do here?
You're the one who should be answering that question. Stay out of my way. I must get stronger. I'll do my best.
She can't attack anything. She can kill the armored guy with Lurin. I'd hate to be using this thing so often, but I've got no choice. Longevity is gonna be the key to a long life, obviously. But she mastered the Peg's Knife And this is the thing that I want to get above all things. Oh, thank God, I can have her get out at the terrible range. Mercy's gonna be there. I'd hate to focus on... What do I do, man? I'm kind of at a loss. I'm kind of at a loss here. Well, for one thing, I'm going to heal Gerald.
Obliged.
No affinity boost, unfortunately, because that's the way it goes. I'll have Caspar. I'm going to take a risk. I'm hoping that my guess is wrong and that Gerald cannot kill this guy. Because I want that Death Knight and I want his reward, so I've got Marianne, Caspar, and everything else in check.
Your fears realized.
Okay, good. I might have an extra turn. Good, yes, sure.
That's it.
Here we go. Come on. Don't kill him. Don't kill him. Yes. Thank God. Okay, fine. Fine. So I was right. Same thing with the soldiers. They themselves can't hit, so that does inherently suck. But man, I just want to go over that point really quick. It does really suck, and it puts a lot of pressure on you because you expect Gerald to be, you know, like a powerhouse, and you can take out Solon no problem in case you are in a jam. But once you realize that he can't kill Solon outright, it does make you panic because you expect him to kill a boss when clearly he can't.
Mm-hmm.
But oh well, though. I made a mistake there because, like, you know what? This is a waste, but I want to see how this goes.
Ready.
We'll see. The crescent sickle in hand.
Defenseless, are we? Seems I prevailed.
It is very weird to see Ingrid have the crescent sickle instead of Dimitri.
I will get stronger still.
Basically a scythe.
Yeah.
You make me feel safe.
Well, for what it's worth, Mercy, I hope that's correct. Oh boy, this is bad. Right. Moment of silence, please. Actually, she takes away 6. How much does Ada got? Oh, you... Okay, good. No, we might have a chance on this. Might. Let's use fire.
You are not the one I crave.
Huh. That's very weird how we don't get unique dialogue for that. But oh well. Now let's hope against hope that we can do this. Angel God, yes! Make that Death Knight 1, us 2. Goodbye. You get another Dark Seal for killing him. Honestly, I don't see myself using another one of these because based on how it's looked to us.
The Death Knight was just a distraction. Let's concentrate on killing Solon.
Say no more. Petra, take the shot. You know what? No.
Let's get to it.
Remire Village. It's sort of like Gerald and us, in a way. Let's do it. I really hope this pans out, otherwise Leone is kind of dead. Let's kill you with a horse slayer. Why not? Thank you very much.
That's all there is to know.
She masters the first basic horse.
Why have you gone after this village? What are you planning?
I could have conducted this experiment on any test subjects. Now that I have what I came for, I must bid you farewell.
Wait! Damn it, he's gone.
We let him get away. I'll survey the village. There may still be enemies in hiding.
In amongst the burning village, where people were killed and lives were ended. We got money.
We looted.
And advanced seal. Hooray. Nice ASMR though, I gotta say.
The fire, yeah.
Now is not the time for such conversations.
Looks like we somehow managed to sort things out, and casualties were kept to a minimum.
They said they weren't picky about who they used as their test subjects.
Because of them, the people of Remire Village.
There you are.
That armor. So, you're the Flame Emperor.
Yes. I believe you have met my subordinate, the Death Knight.
Oh, we've met all right. But back to you. You're the one responsible for the destruction of this village.
Do not get the wrong idea.
What in blazes does that mean?
It is true that I am working with Solon, but that does not mean our objectives are the same. Had I known they planned to do this, I would have stopped it. You have my word.
Your words are meaningless. Now, I'll have to insist that you accompany us back to the monastery.
I cannot abide that. However, if you wish to join forces, I will hear your plea.
What?
If left to their own devices, they will commit countless more violent acts like this one. Do you not wish to prevent that? With the sword of the Creator on our side, Solon would not be a threat. Pity, though not unexpected. Pray that you do not live to regret your choice.
Gerald, Professor, have you seen Lady Edelgard?
What's wrong, kid? Huh? Oh, damn it! He's gone. Hey, I've been meaning to talk to you. Since coming to the monastery, you've changed. You've been angry since we first arrived in Remire Village. And you look so happy when you're instructing the brats. Before the monastery, I'd never seen you bear your emotions like that. Not once. Then perhaps it's a good thing we came to the monastery, if only so I could see your face lit up like that. Or maybe there was never any reason for us to leave the monastery in the first place. I've put my foot in my mouth, haven't I? Though I suppose it may be nearly that time. Come to my office when you next have a moment to spare. There's something I need to tell you.
Just what was that about? I can't recall a time of old when you were at the monastery. I wonder what is hiding in the mist that is your past.
Professor, I don't know if this is appropriate to say, but admirable work out there. I really believe we did all that we could. Geralt said the same thing. We must try to stay positive, even through the horror. I hear the so-called Flame Emperor appeared in Remire Village as well. Hubert told me that you spoke with him. Really? Is that what you want, Professor? That makes sense. It's hard to trust someone without knowing who they are or how they're connected to all this. Even if he wants you as an ally, his objectives are still unclear. If the Flame Emperor truly wishes to make use of your power, perhaps someday he will appear before you without his mask, and you can look in his eyes and decide what you believe.
Adel, I need to ask you something. Oh, I'm so sorry. Did I interrupt?
No, not at all. If you'll excuse me, Professor.
You did well handling that awful business in Remire Village. I am certain the goddess shares in our grief at the senselessness of that calamity. More importantly, I was shocked to hear that our own Tomas was actually a dark mage. I must reflect on our blindness.
You surely must. You failed to notice that a rat was hiding in your home. Pathetic! Who are these wicked foes? How did Tomas escape your gaze?
Tomas came to the monastery 40 years ago, by recommendation of House Ordelia of the Alliance. Around 8 years ago, he went back to House Ordelia, before returning to the monastery once again just last year. After having worked at Garreg Mach for decades, why would he betray us now? Just what did he hope to accomplish? Yuritsa became a professor at the Officers' Academy because of a recommendation from the Imperial nobility. Supposing that he is the Death Knight, that means that our enemy is an organization that has taken root in at least 2 territories.
In the long history of the Church of Seros, no, long before even that, there have been an endless number of threats to the peace of Fodlan. Yet those who oppose us still operate in the shadows, their identities a mystery. I believe that Solon and the Death Knight are merely one part of a much larger whole.
A threat to Fodlan's peace? That means we have no choice. We have to stop them all.
I have truly come to rely on you. I believe that the monastery will remain safe so long as we have you. We do not yet know the enemy's objective or whereabouts. For now, please devote yourself to preparing for whatever comes next.
That is all for today.
Professor, please wait. I know there is much that you still do not understand. However, one thing is clear. You possess great power. I believe that you are destined to be a source of great hope for all. In any case, I expect great things from you. Walk this world proudly, dear Professor. May the goddess Sothis protect you.
The goddess Sothis? Is that what she just said?
Is something the matter? I see. Sothis is the goddess's true name. Please do not use it carelessly. Farewell.
Do not say something that we may regret. What exactly am I? For now, let's leave this place. Please, go.